Have a great weekend.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Enjoy St. Patty's Day.
You too. I wore the green just to celebrate,
I love
right?
it.
Hey, come on in.
How are you?
Tag, you're it. People often ask me, how many people publish books that you work with? And my answer is nearly all of them. Last semester, 37 for 37 authors were approved to publish their books. So why is that? Well, part of it is certainly that there's a process to go through, and with that process, we help our authors create a 30,000 word book that really is solid. But perhaps the most important thing that I learned is that really to help someone be able to create and publish a book, they need coaching. They need someone that helps them, that's on their team, that sort of really helps them get over the hump when they get stuck. So I thought I'd share with you a coaching session of mine. This is 25 authors going through the experience and sitting down with me for our quick feedback sessions as they're going through the process to turn their ideas into their first draft manuscript. Check it out. Each book is a little different. I usually give averages and tell people they're just averages. I think what you'll find is that as you break some of these into it, the 1,500 words are ones you're probably definitely inspired by. Like, oh, this is really interesting, I want to write on it. As you go through your other pieces, there may be shorter 200-word stories that buffer it. So sometimes when we write chapters, there's a big meaty story, maybe another big meaty story, and some other little like tiny pieces that you insert into it. So just write what it feels natural to you. Just to get 20,000 words of mediocre stories done that have a direction to it, so we can then say, okay, great. Like, assuming he keeps on some sort of modest pace, we can get to a 30,000 word book. Right. So I think the fact that you feel like you feel good about the interviews and you feel like there's so much here is where I want you to be. Now just keep creating, right? Like, don't overly analyze yourself at this point.
You know, the 5,000 words that was written in pretty much less than a week because I had nothing during spring break, and so I was like, it's that easy.
Totally.
Because your mind just keeps going, and then you
especially if you don't worry, like, no, I'm not judging you, or the DE is not judging you. We're just looking at it to say, is he on track?
You posted something on LinkedIn, with Manuel, and when he was creating, and I was like, it's exactly how I felt. I was like, I'm a fraud. How am I competent enough to write about bipartisanship?
Exactly.
I'm still a novice in government. Like, how am I supposed to write about bipartisanship? How am I supposed to make it sexy? How am I supposed to make it like so people my age will read this and be like, oh, like, the legislative branch shouldn't be doing this, Right. Like, I want to make it exciting. And can I put cuss words in the book?
Fucking cuss. My only piece of feedback on this, just to be thoughtful, is I hear you starting to structure, and that's okay. Keep it in themes that you want to cover as opposed to in like chapters. Like I think you're right. Like I need to cover the why, and so that's a theme.
Why and how are the
two and how are the two themes, and then I think there's sub themes underneath it. And so just keep that in mind, because I think I don't want you to lose the richness of some of these stories because you're trying to fill in a structure. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that sometimes people can do, is they can sort of get a little
just treat everything independently.
Exactly. So I think it's good. I mean, keep writing, obviously, like that sort of stuff, and I think keep interviewing. I think you'll have the benefit of, like, there's a lot of richness out there.
Yeah.
Hey!
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Come on in.
Great.
Welcome. I know. It's usually dark because this window, it was a window, is now, anyway.
It's no longer a window.
No longer a window. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
Actually, and I meant to tell you, I got because of a conversation I had about the book, I was able to bring the book up in an interview and got a job offer for it. So
hey, heck yeah!
Thank you.
Awesome, that's great. Yeah. How did it happen?
I'm looking into like strategy roles in advertising, and I was having just an informational interview with someone, and I was telling her about my background, mentioned the book. She said, wait, tell me more. I'm working on putting together something for a client in the food industry. So really, the conversation just turned into very like collaborative. Like thinking together, talking about what I was seeing, talking about what she was thinking, just
Wow.
very back and
So you
forth.
went from sort of being interviewing to like a collaborator.
To collaborator, and then like
Super
2 weeks
cool.
later got an offer.
No
So,
way.
yeah,
Wow, that happened fast.
Yeah,
From
that happened
information
very
interview
fast.
to that's awesome.
It's kind of hard because like every time I want to write about something, like I'm like in a situation where I can't like class or something. So then like when I do get to write about it, it's like not during my time of like inspiration.
Yeah.
So I like end up having to force it out, and
Yeah.
then so the stories
Yeah.
are turning out kind of like shitty. But and then I'm like okay, like these due dates and stuff, so like I have to just get something in. So like right now, I don't feel like there's anything of quality.
I mean, I wouldn't stress on that one. I mean, I think the biggest, most important thing is like when you're inspired to make sure you quickly capture notes and bullet
Yeah.
points and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have like
So
a million of those, like
Perfect.
a bunch of those mini notes. But
that's good. And I think you'll find at some points deadlines and everything else will just force you to basically capture that stuff and move it into it.
Okay.
But I think you're fine. I think you've got the word count, which is good.
Yeah.
Whether you think it's perfect, bad, or good, or otherwise, like kind of irrelevant at this point. It just is.
Yeah.
And so I think just keep creating. The last shall be first. Come on in. How goes it, man?
It's going all right. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry for moving things around. I apologize, but I didn't want to shortchange you.
Are you a space fan?
Yes, I am a space fan.
My mom used to work at NASA.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a space fan?
Yes.
You looked away. That's a tell.
No.
No, you're not a space fan.
No, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, like... No, I'm not. No, I don't trust space, to be perfectly honest.
I like it. It's good. You like making people laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think it's really rewarding. So I was nervous having her read my stuff.
No, she said he's on track and he's a strong writer.
All right.
So
We'll see what that means.
listen, remember, it's first drafts of stuff. You got a ways to go before I'll read some of your stuff and tell you,
Okay.
but I wouldn't worry about it at all. It's like the first time you're telling these jokes, oftentimes you're writing these jokes. Even if maybe they are funny, but you got to make them funnier anyways, right?